Yeah. All right. Let's get this started. Welcome back, boys and girl. Girl, right?
The one girl, yeah. There's only one.
Okay, one girl. And you know you're out there. All right, we're back with the JFC Show. Frank, Joe, and Chance behind the laptop, or the computer. So, we're going to get started off by saying, yeah, the uploads have been a little late, and we've been missing a couple, but that's because we've been a little bit busy. We've had a lot of things to do in the past couple weeks, but it should be back to its regular scheduled program. And this last Saturday we had fight night, which didn't go my way at all. I won,
but it was a good fight.
Yeah,
pretty close.
that was actually cringy, but
okay.
But yes, Joe won. Joe got the best of me. But
City.
I definitely look better still.
Oh, that's debatable. I do have a black eye.
Yeah. Well, I do too, but yours is definitely worse.
Yeah.
All right, so I say let's jump right into this. We're gonna start with the most important topic right now, and that is
baseball.
Yeah.
Pitchers and catchers just reported to spring training. All right, let's move on.
NBA. Woo! All right. So our first topic is gonna be the trade deadline and all the stuff that's happened in the past week. Chance, can you give us all that stuff, all the information that's happened? Okay, can you tell us the order of stuff that's been happening? After the Knicks and Dallas trade.
Yeah, after Porzingis.
Anything after that, that's stuff that we haven't covered yet.
When did that happen?
All right, so I think the first trade that we missed was the Harris to Philadelphia trade.
Yeah, that's probably the most important one that happened. Tobias Harris and Boban went to the Sixers, and the Clippers got back just some draft picks.
Yeah.
Basically, the Sixers are making a move to win now, and the Clippers are just trying to clear salary cap and whatnot and stock up on picks. Which I like it for the Sixers because they got a chance to win, or really make it to the championship this year, especially because he's really fit well with them in the first couple games they played.
Yeah.
They look really good. So the Sixers, they definitely have put their hat into contention in the East, along with, with the Celtics, Raptors, and who am I forgetting?
Celtics, Raptors, and
Bucks, yeah. Celtics, Raptors, Bucks, and 76ers. One of those four teams will be in the championship, no doubt about it.
Them winning it is another.
Yeah,
that's another topic.
Not to beat the Warriors, but it's probably not going to happen. But again, you combine, Tobias Harris, who's a really good player, really, had a great season with Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, those guys out there. Jimmy Butler, even, who we forget about.
Yeah.
He's a great player. They got a really good team.
They got rid of Marquez Fultz.
Markelle Fultz, yeah. That was a different trade. But
yeah, I know that. They sent him to Orlando,
yeah.
And we'll get more into that. But, Chance, any luck on finding the other stuff?
There's the whole thing with Toronto, Marc Gasol.
Right, yeah. Marc Gasol went to Toronto. What did they get in return, the Grizzlies?
I don't think it says. I don't think they finalized it yet, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, Marc Gasol is playing for the Toronto Raptors, which again, it was another Eastern Conference team. All three of the four Eastern Conference teams who are contending made
a
moves
trade, yeah.
Because
the Bucks made a trade for the
Mirotic.
Yeah, with the Pelicans for Mirotic.
So Gasol, he's obviously a great player, and he's not like all-star killer, but he's still a very good player. He's gonna.
And all four of those teams need as much help as possible, especially going into like the finals or just the playoffs in general.
Yeah, it's funny because LeBron, he said that as soon as he leaves the East, now all the teams are making pushes to make the championship, which has some truth to it because they see.
Well, yeah, what the Raptors won fear was LeBron.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if you Marc Gasol, Kawhi Leonard, the team, Kyle Lowry, the team they have up there, they're again contenders. I don't think any of the teams really have an edge over each other. Like, all four of those teams are pretty equal, so it'll be really interesting second and third rounds of the playoffs for sure.
And then trying to think of other trades that went down.
We can talk about Mirotic to the Bucks.
Yeah.
That was a trade with the Pelicans. I think the Bucks stole him because Mirotic is worth way more than the second-round pick.
But and with the way that he plays, like, he's going to help them a lot with that three-point shot.
He spreads the floor so well, yeah. And especially with Giannis, who's not a great shooter, but he's a great ball handler.
Especially in the paint.
He can drive and kick out. Mirotic is going to have a lot of open shots. And last year in the playoffs, Mirotic with the Pelicans, You saw him absolutely ball out when they swept Toronto.
Yeah.
They swept Toronto in the first round, and Mirotic had like 30 a night in that series. Like
He's
a good player.
He's a shooter.
Yeah.
He's a good shooter.
Adding to an already stacked shooting team with the Bucks. So
Yep.
good trade for them as well.
Yeah, very well.
The only team that didn't make a trade was Boston, because I think they're kind of just holding out for Anthony Davis.
That's going off pretty bad, especially with with I think it was Marcus Smart.
It was Morris.
Morris, yeah, Morris. He said that team is having a lot. It hasn't been fun in a while, and that's bad, especially for a whole organization that has a lot of history, and for them to not be having a lot of fun. Well, it's not all about fun because it's a business league,
right,
but
they're not winning.
They're not winning
as much as they should be.
Yeah, and especially with the team that should, like, of their caliber should be winning. And
yeah, going into the season, remember, we were convinced it was going to be Celtics Warriors. There was going to be no other teams even in contention.
Yep.
And then we saw the Celtics got off to a really slow start. They've picked it up lately. I think they've gone like 21-10 in their last 31, but still, they're not playing as good as they should be with the team that they have. And then Kyrie Irving, he's been dealing with injuries. He's out again with another knee thing. He's missed the last couple of games. So just a lot of, it's like a year ago we were talking about this Celtics because they were going through this whole rebuild where they got rid of Pierce and Garnett and got all those picks from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like the steal of the century with that trade. And last year we were talking about how this is like the greatest rebuild ever, and this year it seems like it's not.
It's just dying off. It's just dying.
Yeah,
off.
and that could all that could all change with a big trade for Anthony Davis this summer. But
yeah, and I also heard that Tatum, he said that he would rather be top of a star of a team.
He said he was open to being traded for.
Like I was talking about last time, it's about a guy wanting to go somewhere and be the leader of that team instead of being a number 2 or 3 guy. And that's big for. I feel like that's big for a lot of players in the NBA.
Yeah. And
I feel like that's why Tatum would leave like he would want to be traded.
Yeah.
Because I think he's tired of being in this behind the spotlight.
I feel like it's big for young players because not only do one they want to prove themselves,
well, yeah,
they want to show a star. 2, they want as you're younger you kind of want the star.
Yeah, well, yeah, because once you become a star of a city, that's when you're a big player.
Right.
And if you can't become a star in that where you are, that's when it's like, oh, hey, that guy's not that great.
Yeah. But also another big point, those young players really want to prove themselves because they're not getting paid anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to prove themselves. They want to get that max contract, and then they're open to start winning a little more, teaming up with other people. So we see the young guys, they seem, they're selfish or whatever you want to call it, but really they're just looking out for themselves and trying to do what's best for them. And then as guys get older, they seem to
I kind of look at it like a Devin Booker type deal, though. Look at him. He's with the Phoenix Suns, and he just signed that huge contract. And he's going to be that star of that team for years to come. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of players that see that, and they could join him, but most likely they won't.
Yeah, Phoenix is kind of a, that's not somewhere I'd want to go right now.
Exactly. I mean, it is sunny Arizona, but Phoenix aren't doing that.
It's a little too sunny, though, sometimes. That's the problem. But
what is that, like
Phoenix
115
is
degrees?
a little dysfunctional lately, and especially, you think go back 10 years, they were one of the staple organizations in the NBA.
Yeah.
And now they're kind of nothing, but we'll see.
They had a lot of history on that team.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
are there any other big trades, Chance, that we didn't talk about?
There
was a lot of little ones. Like the Cavs made moves. They got some picks. I think the Cavs actually did a really good job of getting rid of some of these players that they don't necessarily need because they're just trying to tank and get picks. And they were able to acquire a lot of draft. They got 3 or 4 draft picks at the trade deadline, which is big for a team like that, just trying to get that bounce back from losing LeBron.
Kind of going off the board over here, because kind of moving on a little bit from the trade deadline. The Knicks, they've dropped 17 in a row.
Yeah.
Are they tanking this season?
I mean, they're not putting out good quality players because they don't have any.
They released
Cantor, because his contract is so big, they wanted to get away from that because it's free agency. They want to go after big names. I'm not going to accuse the players of not going out there and not trying. I'll never accuse an NBA player of going on the floor and trying to lose.
They said they held a player conference, and they held it, and they were like, hey, just don't not have fun. Pretty much saying, hey, don't be upset, just have fun while you guys are out there.
Yeah.
So I think that they're trying to have big things.
The management and, the coaching staff and the GM, they're definitely, they're trying to tank. And they're not putting out good players on purpose, which it kind of stinks.
They want Zion. They want someone big.
You want
someone flashy.
The yeah. And that's the name like that'll fill up seats, especially in a city like New York, and that's what you want.
Oh yeah, he filled up the seats at Duke.
Yeah.
He was filling up seats in high school.
Yeah. And that's when you're completely like irrelevant, that's what you want as a franchise. Is someone who's gonna put seats in or put people in the seats. Like Devin Booker in Phoenix, he's a great player, but he doesn't put people
Anthony
in the
Davis
stands.
with the Pelicans.
Yeah, the Pelicans are irrelevant, but Anthony Davis puts people in the stands.
Yep.
So
I feel like there's a lot of players like that that are helping teams a lot, like carrying them. And then so we can go up to our next topic with all the records or the streaks that are being broken right now.
The record-breaking streaks.
Yes, the record-breaking streaks with Harden and Russell Westbrook.
Right. Russell Westbrook, it's 10 straight
triple doubles,
10
which
in a row.
beat Wilt Chamberlain's 9.
Yep. And he's gonna he might average another triple double for the third season in a row. For an entire season, which is insane.
Yeah.
It's obviously.
And they've gone 9-1 in that little 10-game stretch,
Yeah.
which is, it's not only him, considering that
Paul George is having an MVP season.
Yes.
But
I was just
when I saw something, I was watching something, and it was like Russell Westbrook, when he gets a triple double in his career, the Thunder 70-21 or something crazy like that. So when he gets a triple double, they win games.
So and it's to the point where they're thinking hey, is he actually padding his stats?
Yeah, well, some people are accusing him getting,
but if it's winning
rebounds.
games.
Yeah, no doubt. And obviously when you're getting points, you're getting rebounds and you're getting assists. Those are the 3 biggest categories in the game. So if you're doing those things well, you're going to win, obviously.
So I don't see how that's considered almost like pat statting when he's trying to do a lot.
I feel like people might accuse him of pass statting when it's there's a minute left in the game. He's like, oh, I have 9 rebounds. I gotta get another one.
Yeah,
then that's an extent. Which James Harden's done that with his streak too. The last couple of times he's been at 26 with a minute left and the game's over, and he's put up a couple threes and made them.
Yeah.
To keep it going.
And the one thing that I don't like about the Harden streak is they were talking about 40-point games.
Yep.
Doesn't have a 40-point game. 30-point games. 30-point games.
I think the streak is 30 straight 30-point games.
Yeah.
Can you look that up, Chance? Just to make sure.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's scoring the ball incredible. He's averaging almost 37 a game,
which
is insane.
Well,
if he keeps this up, there's no way you can't not give him MVP.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the way that Paul George is playing, he also deserves MVP.
So does Giannis too.
Giannis is also.
Those are definitely
MVP.
the 3 front runners.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird to hear an MVP running without Curry, Durant, and LeBron.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like they're just trying to get him out. I feel like they're trying to sort it out.
Yeah, well, definitely. They want to keep it interesting.
Yeah, even last year, LeBron had great numbers, but Harden won it.
They can't give it to the same guy every year because people get bored of that. And
exactly.
And MVP is one of those awards where it's when you're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, they're gonna say, did you win an MVP or not? So for great players like Harden, Giannis, Steph, Durant, who are gonna be in the Hall of Fame, they want those guys to at least have one MVP to recognize, you were a great player.
Yeah. Chance, you got that?
Of how many 30-point games, right?
Yeah.
It's 28.
28.
That's what he has.
Okay, so he has 28 straight 30-point games at this point.
Yeah.
And what was the record before that?
He hasn't broken it yet.
Oh,
he's coming up close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think he broke it, but that's how I was just wondering.
He's coming up really close.
But yeah, that's pretty big especially in the NBA. That's.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier to score in the NBA nowadays. There's defense is just lacking.
Yeah.
It's just even Lucas said that it was easier to score here than it is over there.
Yeah.
In Europe.
He's playing really well, so his confidence is really high. But
yeah.
There might be something.
You see that step back that he had on Harden?
Oh, he's a nice player. If you want to go down a Luka rabbit hole, we can talk about him.
Yeah,
he is great.
But everyone's always talking about him.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that. And then let's go on to the next topic, unless we still have.
That's good. All-Star Weekend.
All right, All-Star Weekend. 2 captains, LeBron and Giannis.
Yep.
That was good players.
Yeah, you want to talk about a little bit about. See, Giannis in the East, it didn't surprise me at all. But the fact that LeBron still won the Western, he's been out 20 games, and he still was voted Western Conference with all the great players.
Yeah.
I think that shows the respect the league and the fans and the league has for him as a player and how great he is. That he's still the captain after missing half the season pretty much.
I think LeBron's a little bit on a recruiting trip
a little bit
with the All-Stars.
Yeah, he took Durant, who's a free agent, took
Kyrie,
Irving, and he took Kawhi
and Davis,
Thompson, and Anthony Davis.
Yep, all people that are opting out of their.
Now, to be fair, I was watching the draft one. I don't know if you were, but I was watching. He made the same picks that I would have made anyway, even if they weren't free agents. So I don't know how much that is if they were free agents. He was just taking good players, but it probably helps that
Yeah.
get to hang out with the guys who you're trying to woo to your
Be like,
team.
hey, you know, come back. You want to be teammates again? With
Yeah,
Kyrie, or hey,
yeah.
let's win a ring. You know, you ain't got one of those, but you never know.
Yeah.
The
I
NBA
think
it's-
LeBron's team, as far as an All-Star game,
Mhm.
LeBron's team's a lot better than Giannis. I think he drafted a lot better.
Oh yeah, with Dwayne Wade. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was a scary injury when he came down the
he
other
came
day.
down. He almost got hurt. But yeah, I think LeBron's team will win. That's my prediction for the game.
Mhm.
Because I think he's got a little better. But
So, yeah.
anything else on the All-Star game, or you want?
I don't know. Chance, can you? Oh, I was gonna have.
We can move
There-
on to the
yeah.
other competitions.
Oh yeah, the competition. That's right. I was
What's
trying
the,
to
what's
remember
the
what we
first
were
one we
gonna
got,
talk about.
Chance?
Taco Bell skill challenge.
All right, who's competing?
Participants are Michael Conley, Luka Doncic, Darian Fox,
Thank you.
Nikola
Jokic.
Jokic, yeah,
I got
Kyle Kuzma, Jason Tatum, Nikola Vucevic, and Trae Young.
Gotcha.
Right, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take De'Aaron Fox in that.
Yeah,
I like him.
He's a stud,
Yeah,
especially over there in
and he's
Sacramento.
got that speed and ball handling that's big. Honestly, that whole competition, you remember what it is, they dribble around
Yeah,
and they make the
yeah.
pass. All that competition comes down to is making your 3-point shot. So it's really, it's
I don't know. It's kind of hard. I don't know a lot
yeah,
of these
this
guys.
one's probably the hardest one.
It's I like. There's a lot of names in there that I really like, but I'm gonna go back to someone that I really liked in college, and that was Trae Young. I don't know. I've always liked something about Oklahoma players. Like I've always loved Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield was my guy going into that the March Madness a couple years back.
Yep.
And then Trae Young last year, I really liked him. Just the way he shoots. I just like the way he shoots.
Okay.
And so I feel like if it comes down to it, I feel like he'll make that three easily. Yeah. And so I think I'll.
Yeah,
I'll
it also comes down to that competition to who actually gives the effort and who doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Like last year, you saw like half the guys like they weren't really trying because they were All-Star weekend, we're on vacation, and the other guys went hard and they ended up winning. So
yeah,
it's hard to predict, but.
So yeah.
The next one, 3-point contest. Can you name off the contestants, Chance?
Yeah. Oh.
Or the dunk, if you have the dunk.
No, it's 3-point.
Oh,
It's
okay.
3-point contest.
I didn't know if it was the
Yeah.
order, you know.
Yeah.
Participants: Devin Booker, Seth
Last
Curry,
year's champion, Devin Booker.
Steph
Yeah.
Curry,
Mm.
Danny Green, Joe Harris, Buddy Hield, Damian Lillard,
That's my
Chris
boy.
Middleton, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kemba Walker.
Who you taking?
I'm going with Dirk. I'm just kidding. I don't even know if he'll make it to the fifth rack,
Yeah.
but
I'll collapse the
I don't know. That's a pretty tough one.
I've got a guy in mind.
You got a guy in mind?
I'm going with Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
I'm taking him. I think he's obviously a great shooter. They're all great shooters, obviously,
Yeah.
but I think he's a big time shooter. He makes big time shots.
See, I feel like as much as we want someone else to win, I feel like Curry could win it. Or
See, Curry
Yeah,
does it every
Curry.
year, but he never really wins.
true, but you can never count him out.
I know, yeah.
That's
He
like
can shoot
that's
the
a
lights
big
out.
thing. But I really want it to be someone that's like under like that's like no, he probably won't win it. Kind of like a Buddy Hield, but I'm not gonna choose
Yeah.
Buddy Hield. Like obviously if he
See,
wins,
that's my reasoning with Damian Lillard. It's never the big names that win
It's
these
never-
competitions because they're not really trying. 'Cause
Unless
they're like,
they-
we get our fame in June when
Unless-
we're playing in the finals.
Yeah, unless Booker can win it again.
Yeah.
Which he has a
He'll
good
go
chance.
for it too because he
I
doesn't
think
get
that
any chance
bold prediction will be Seth scores more than Steph. Like
I'd take that.
That's a bold.
I'd take that.
I don't know. I feel like he could beat him, and then so yeah. So
I feel like Seth will go out there and try and prove something, especially
Yeah.
playing his brother.
I feel like back in Charlotte, Seth will win the whole thing.
All right.
Seth will win the whole thing
Okay.
in their hometown.
You know, the Kemba's doing it too, and he's the hometown guy.
Yeah,
so maybe.
but Seth, man, come
Yeah.
on, he's a Curry. He's back in Charlotte.
I feel.
I'm giving it to Seth.
All right.
Just for the memes, man.
Yeah,
Just for him to
that'd
be
be
like,
funny.
oh, hey, he's the better Curry. You know,
Yeah.
it's 3 point. So I don't know.
Alright,
I was just kind of going for more funny stuff.
Yeah.
All right, now for
There's no way of knowing.
Yeah, now for the dunk contest.
Hopefully this one will be exciting because
Yeah.
the dunk contest, like 2 years ago, was kind of a dud. Or
Wait,
2
no,
years
no.
ago was really good. Before that, it was kind of a dud.
Or no.
And last year was really good too.
Who was it last year?
It was last year and 2 years ago. It was, oh my gosh.
Because
Aaron Gordon
and
and
Zach
Zach
LaVine, yeah.
Yeah,
And
they were
Aaron
back to
Gordon
back.
got snubbed that
Yeah.
first year. The way that he dunked over the mascot with like under the legs, it was insane. But last year, I didn't really watch it. I don't remember last year, but I think last year was a dud, wasn't it?
No, last year's pretty good too.
Who won it last year?
It was Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine again.
And
They did
then
2 years in a row. And
then- Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so. If maybe my memory's failing me, but I thought so.
Yeah, it could be. I don't remember what. I don't
Either
know
way,
if I watched
either way.
it.
Hopefully
I
it's
remember.
exciting this year. What are who's competing?
Participants are Miles Bridges, John Collins, Hamidou Diola, and Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah. So
I like the idea of Miles Bridges.
yeah,
I think
rookie
he's
coming in.
Yeah,
throwing
and
it down.
and rookies always have a good chance in this. I don't know why.
They're giving 100% effort, and the veterans aren't.
Yep. So I feel like he could get it.
Yeah, it's kind of a couple, and not like no names, like they're good NBA players, but it's not any stars this year.
It's not like the big names that we're used to. Like hell, Michael Jordan used to compete in this.
Yeah, the stars don't really do it anymore. They
like
kind of take the week off to rest.
Yeah, which they need to.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather win a championship than dunk contest. So
I know,
okay
man. That
it.
dunk contest trophy looks pretty nice.
so does that ring, man. So does that ring.
Yeah, but hey.
I'm gonna go with Dennis Smith Jr. Man.
Really?
He can jump out the roof.
Oh, he can.
He can jump off the gym. So, and he's exciting, and he's always throwing top dunks. So I like him.
All right.
But again, there's really no way of knowing these ones. We're just kind of.
All right, so let's end that off with NBA.
Yeah, I think we're done with the NBA.
So let's get right into the NFL. We're going to talk a little bit about Kareem Hunt to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Finally got a kicker over there. A lot of games with that one. But all right, all jokes aside, their owner was saying that or the GM, I think it was the GM, yeah, John Dorsey. He was saying that it was all players need a second chance, basically, and he's deserving a second chance. And I don't know, it's kind of rough with what they're gonna do with the other backfield that they have, because they already have Nick Chubb and Duke Johnson, and it's pretty rough. So.
Well, yeah, we've seen lately though crowded backfields do work though.
Oh,
I mean,
true.
New Orleans has two great backs.
You would know.
Yeah. we've seen. There's
obviously I've been privileged with.
You should the one workhorse. Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
But, like New England, they have multiple backs. They rotate them in.
That's
I think bringing in he's obviously a great player, no doubt. So, I mean, bringing in a great player. I don't know. How do you feel about the fact that he got signing? Do you think he deserved to be signed, or should the NFL teams have said no? We gotta take.
He's still gonna face a suspension.
Yeah,
he's still gonna face suspension.
He's gonna get punished.
Oh yeah, but it's a 1-year deal until he becomes a restricted free agent.
Right.
So I think it's a really good. I don't know. It's hard to give him the contract or to give him the signing deal because like there's other players like Kaepernick who's not in the league, and they're like, hey, why is this guy he gets the domestic violence charge, and Kaepernick. He's just not in the league because he need. But that's just another thing to talk about. But I don't know. I feel like Kareem Hunt, it's not a rare situation.
Yeah,
but it's a tough situation. And now, if he doesn't get 6 games at least, I want to be upset. With the way Zeke got 6 games and they didn't have strict evidence like they did having a video.
Yeah. I think
that's where it's like.
I think he'll definitely get.
He has that. And if he gets suspended the whole year, the Browns still have a backfield.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He's just a high risk, high reward almost.
Right. Well, I could argue it's a no risk. Like it'll make you look bad, but like at worst he doesn't play the year. And
True.
It's like, oh well.
And that's but at the same time he's high risk because he
could get you trouble and team give you a bad rap.
Yeah,
bad
exactly. PR. And that's just another player on your team that's like, hey, this guy abuses women.
Yeah.
He kicks women, like that's kind of messed up. But there's always 3 sides to every story.
Yeah.
And it's her story, his story, and the actual truth. And that's 3 sides. One story could be the same, the other one could not. And that's how I truly feel about that.
Yeah.
And you never know because there's a lot of situations where they actually do lie about it. Like the most recent case with the FSU quarterback from Florida State.
Right.
He got kicked off the team for his girlfriend saying that, and she came out and said that she lied about all of it. And that's stuff that's just like, hey, you're ruining this kid's career, man.
I feel like Kareem Hunt's not quite that though, because we saw.
Oh yeah, okay. I understand that. That's another thing. Like,
right. Yeah.
I do understand that. I do understand that. But I'm trying to make a case for like the other guys out there. Like, of course, Kareem Hunt. He's.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was done. And he still could be done. We don't even know if he'll see the field.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because
we'll see what the NFL decides.
It's like Reuben Foster.
Yeah.
Reuben Foster has all those charges against him, and he's on the Redskins.
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean he's gonna play.
Exactly.
So
I don't know. I feel like Roger Goodell is probably under a lot of pressure from people outside, media and whatnot, saying like you got to do something about this, like take a stand, like don't let this guy kick this guy out of the league for doing this kind of stuff, and that'll stop it. So we'll see what he does.
But even then, I don't feel like he's gonna do anything.
No, he's not. He's not one to make the big leap. I don't think.
Yeah. So. Unless it's Ezekiel Elliott. But I mean, all right.
Salty Cowboys fan. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
a little bit.
It's okay.
We still got a pretty good pick out of it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we did. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we got Enders. Okay. I was trying to remember if it was 2 years ago or this year because we got Taco a couple of years. Okay, other than that.
Anything else on Cream Hunt?
Other than the Browns doing Browns moves, not really.
I mean, you want to talk a little bit about the Browns next season? You think they're gonna have a good team?
Yeah, depending on the draft.
Yeah, we should wait till after draft free agency before we talk about that.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of players are gonna be like, hey, the Browns on the rise. I feel like a lot of receivers, or not really a lot of receivers.
They need a receiver though.
They need someone else other than
Jarvis,
Juice. He's on the other side, and they need someone that could help him out a little bit.
Especially with a young quarterback.
Oh yeah, and that Baker Mayfield, he's gonna be that franchise quarterback.
I feel like they got their
good chance.
They got their downfield guy with Juice. They need a big 6'4" target red zone.
And that's what was that Ole Miss receiver out of Ole Miss? Have you seen the pictures of that? Chance, pull up the he's a 6'4", 230. I think it's like DK. It's something like that. He's big. They released a video and a picture of him after a workout, and he was huge. Like it was insane. It's like not even. It doesn't even look
if he gets drafted by the Browns, we'll play this back and be like, Frank, you're a genius.
Yes, but he probably won't go first round. He's a big guy, very big guy.
Did you see Demaryius Thomas got released?
Yes.
By the Texans.
Yeah, that's a big receiver.
Yeah.
That's
kind of an older veteran guy.
But that could be put him anywhere and he could.
Kind of sucks for him because it's like you feel bad for the guy because he was a great receiver, then he got hurt and his career's kind of gone downhill.
Maybe the Broncos might sign him back.
Maybe.
You find him?
Yeah, it's DK Metcalf. He's 6'4", 225.
Jesus. And a receiver.
Yeah, and there's been pictures blowing up about him, and he's absolutely jacked. This guy's making corners scared. Like you would probably not want to put your best corner, or you'd want to put your best corner on him,
and give him help.
You definitely give him help by a safety. Yep. This guy he probably looks bigger than Odell Beckham's cousin that came out a couple years back.
So he's kind of like a Julio Jones type of guy, like tall and big, and has that type of potential. You think?
I'm talking bigger than Julio.
Really?
He's massive. I don't know. I don't know how big he compares to Julio, but he could be a really good blocking receiver. Yeah. But he's got that vertical threat, and that's really good. And that's something that the Browns could use.
Yeah. A lot of teams could use that.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the Browns. Another team that could use another receiver after getting rid of him is the Steelers. AB. He wants out.
Yep. Officially demands a trade.
Yep.
Doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. Steelers might just deal with it, but
he's not going to play.
Yeah, maybe not.
He's going to pull a Le'Veon.
Yeah.
And it comes to the point where you gotta do something about that. Like, why are players trying to get out like that? They're so high demanded. Like they're demanding they want out. Like it's like, come on, man, you're here to make money and play football. Yeah. And I can see that you want out, but you've done come on, man. Like why you gotta go all diva on us? Yeah. Like, look at the Steelers fans. They're basically seeing what LeBron did to Cleveland after he left. Yeah. Burning his jersey, it's everywhere. Yeah. It's like almost disrespectful to the Steelers. Like
I'm okay. Like in basketball, it's a little more accessible if a player demands a trade or whatever.
Yeah.
But in football, where it's more of a team sport like that, and you got more of a brotherhood type of aspect there, as well as when you're a receiver, you're not in basketball. One guy changes your entire team. Antonio Brown's not going to go to a 0-win team and make them a playoff team. So when you're
I don't know. It's maybe not a playoff team, but he'll win them games.
Yeah,
it's just like looking at Amari Cooper on the Cowboys.
Right.
He made that team better because of the aspect of a vertical.
Yeah, but they had a lot of good players already too.
Well, yeah,
Antonio Brown's not going to go to the Cardinals.
Well, it's just
they're going to win 10 games.
It's just like saying the Bears got Khalil Mack on their defense.
Yeah.
he made that defense
But they were
better.
I thought they were already going to be a good team without Khalil
Well,
Mack.
yeah, but he made them better. Like he just
No doubt.
and then like there's a lot of players that get one key piece and they're better.
Yeah.
And I
Who do you
don't
think
know.
that could be with AB? What team?
I don't know. He could help the Niners out a lot, but I don't know if there's been rumors that the Niners don't even want him.
Yeah. See, I feel like with the Niners, you got a new coach, young quarterback. Do you want that guy coming in who's kind of distracting and disrupting and bringing all this attention that you don't
The
necessarily
other place
want?
could be the Packers.
Yeah,
Put him on
I would actually like that a little bit better.
Put him on the
because
other side of DeAndre and Devontae Adams. Yeah. I was thinking.
I would like that a little better because the Packers are a little more like grown up and the
Yeah.
organization
They'll-
acts like
they'll-
adults.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
put him in place. They'll
Yeah.
put him in check.
I don't think the worst thing that could happen to him is he goes to a place where he's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Going to the Raiders. He's going to the
I mean,
Raiders.
hey, John Gruden can put anyone in check probably, so who knows?
Doesn't even know where he's going to be playing at for home games, but you know what? He can go there. I'm pretty sure they got the money for it.
Yeah.
They got draft picks.
Raiders can make moves.
At the same time, like that's going to be hard to trade picks and picks to get another receiver. Because he's how many more years does he have on his contract? Like 4 or 5, or not 4 or 5? How many? I think he has like 3 or 4 on AB's contract.
My biggest concern with Antonio Brown, while Chance looking that up,
he's 30.
Is his age. Yeah.
Mhm.
Receivers don't last much longer. Like they're starting to lose steps at that point.
And even then, you look at players that coming out of just the draft.
Yeah.
Like look at Juju. He came out strong.
Yeah.
And then like the receiver from Atlanta,
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, he came out pretty strong this year. He caught so many touchdowns.
We're seeing, especially running backs, but also wide receivers.
Oh yeah.
They're really
skill positions are getting taken over by young guys.
Rookies coming in, making huge impacts, taking over the league.
And I don't know, like this year with like all the rookies that stood out. They just stood out this year.
Yep.
I feel like next year's class could do the same thing, but we won't know a lot of the players that do.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the players will be unknown names that are just like, hey, whoa, who is this guy? You know,
that
like
happens.
he's making
I think
a huge
that's happened
impact
every year. Like we saw it 2 years ago, like Kamara, offensive rookie.
Oh yeah,
we didn't know who he was.
Third round pick.
Yeah, it was like third round pick. We didn't know who he was till the 5th game of the season. This season, we obviously knew Saquon, but then there were other guys that just
Darius
came out.
Leonard.
Darius Leonard, Van Der Esch. They come out of nowhere like halfway through the season. Like,
Well, even then,
goodness.
like the cornerback from the Panthers, Dante Jackson.
Right.
He did really good this
Yep.
year too. I'm trying to think of more, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of running backs that are young that are stepping into big roles.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
That's another one. Do you have how many years, Chance?
3 more years. Yeah,
3
so he has
years.
a 3-year contract.
And he's making a good amount of money too.
And it's just unless they release him, which I don't think they would. That's a lot of.
See, if I was
they
a
can
team,
get something out of it.
if I was a team, I don't want Antonio Brown on my books, a 33-year-old quarterback paying him $20 million or whatever he's making. So I wouldn't. I don't think I would trade for him. But
Yeah, it's a rough. That one's a little bit rough. But he's got talent, man.
Great receiver. He's had like 8 straight seasons with 100 catches.
Yeah, it's something insane. And can you look up stuff about the AAF league, Allegiance of American Football?
There it is.
And you know what? After that hit that they got on Mike Vervocoli, something like that, the old ASU quarterback, he got his bell rung, man.
Yeah.
And no flag. Oh man, Tom Brady got hit like that.
Oh.
There'd be 10 flags just on him,
Like
trying to pick him up
anyone
with a
in the
pillow.
NFL this year got hit like that. Well, because they made the
Yeah,
new roughing the
but
passer.
I mean, like a pillow lifting up Tom
Yeah.
Brady. He's delicate. But
You
yeah,
gotta protect those old men.
yeah. But I really like that the AAF. It's coming out. Trent Richardson got a
2
touchdown.
touchdowns? I think
2
it's 2
touchdowns?
touchdowns,
Yeah, he
yeah.
got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah, but that's really nice to see players like that coming back. And yes, it's not the
Players-
NFL,
yeah, players
but
you
they're
remember
still
from
playing.
5 years ago, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, he was really good. What
Yeah,
happened
like
to
this
him?
is like I don't know, like Jamarcus Russell or Jamarcus Russell. He just signed with the Memphis team, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because there's 8 cities. There's San Diego, San Antonio, Memphis, Atlanta,
I'm not gonna
Birmingham,
that's
Orlando.
Orlando,
Salt Lake,
Salt Lake,
and Arizona.
and Arizona. Yeah, so I mean they're around. I feel like they could, like, if they keep playing the way they are, they will get more teams, like, in lower places.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we can get one here, but that's, huh?
We kind of already do though.
Well, yeah, but it's not one of those big,
Pretty close.
what, Salt Lake City or
No, we have a lower league arena football coming
the
in.
Horsemen?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the AAF. That's not
I
like
know,
actual.
but it's still close.
Yeah, you're getting players like Kyle Brotzman in that league. Like, I don't even want to talk about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
It'll be nice to have football to watch in the off season.
Oh yeah, it's filling that.
Because it was so sad on Sunday. First
Like,
Sunday without football, and it was like, oh,
the
what
worst
do I do?
part was that the Super Bowl was boring, and you're like, this is how we're sending it off,
Yeah.
sending us off.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But I don't know. I really like the idea of it. It's great. It kind of reminds me of that flag football league that they were doing with
Right.
like Mike Vick and
Yeah.
like all those other like basketball players
Yeah.
like Nate Robinson. I really enjoyed that just because it's just more football.
Yeah.
Like everyone enjoys like 7-on-7. Like that stuff's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I feel like the AAF could be actually big for the off season of the NFL, and it gives lower end players chances to show their talent.
Yeah.
Like look at I'm kind of pulling a name out of the hat, but like Kurt Warner, guy was checking out groceries before he got into the Arena Football League,
Yeah.
and then he goes and wins the Super Bowl with the Rams.
Yeah.
Like that's
Those lower leagues, yeah, like you see those players, they come out of those leagues every once in a while. You see great players that come out of that stuff. So
and they just make plays, and they're football players.
guys that maybe didn't get a chance either they deserved or just
they weren't in the
didn't-
right place.
Yeah, just didn't.
Yeah.
Strike the right
I don't
opportunity.
know about DeMarcus Russell. Okay, did you ever hear about that story where his coaches gave him film tapes
Right.
and they told him to watch it,
Yeah.
but they were blank.
Yeah, they wanted to see if he watched it.
And he comes back the next day. They're like, "Hey, so what'd you think?" He's like, "Oh man, I watched all those blitz packages.
Yeah.
Weren't even anything on the tapes."
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You're an NFL talent, and you go in and do that. I want to see Johnny Football in it though.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I need to see him back. That's my boy.
Yeah, he's a fun
I'm glad he
player.
wasn't a Cowboy, but that's my
Yeah.
boy. I really like
The guy
Johnny
that
Football.
maybe he has a talent to still be in the NFL. His life obviously got way off track with all the other
and
stuff, but maybe he still has a talent to play in football.
Then you get kicked out of the Canada League.
Yeah, we could go all night about talking about guys wasting opportunities.
Oh yeah.
we won't.
But yeah. Another topic. We'll go back to a little bit to the draft. Kyler Murray or Kyler. What's his name?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yep, Cliff Kingsbury said that he didn't want to spend the first pick on him.
Right.
Which is pretty big because that means that Josh Rosen is the guy of their future.
Head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, by the way, Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't mention that.
Oh,
I was just clarifying.
Yeah, we talked about that last
Yeah, I
time.
got
Just
you.
kind of give and talk about the number one pick and Rosen, but
I got you.
yeah, you're good. You're good. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I think that's a good decision because any player that they get in that top three could be.
There's some great pass rushers this season.
And
At the top.
And I like Bosa the most, or Oliver from Houston.
Yeah.
I really like both of them. They're both a lot of very good playmakers.
Probably the second most important position besides quarterback is pass rusher.
Oh yeah.
So when you have an opportunity to get a great one,
yeah, like
go get 'em.
Think about it. What's one of the best ways to stop a quarterback?
Yeah.
Get the
Tack 'em.
best guy to tackle him.
Yeah.
And if they can tackle him fast, that's the moneymaker right there.
I like that the Cardinals aren't giving up on Rosen because he had one season as a
Yeah.
rookie quarterback with nothing around him besides David Johnson, who had a terrible year.
Yeah.
Like, David Johnson didn't play good at all. He had nothing else around him. And he hung in there, and he played every game, or mostly every game.
But
I mean, he was a starting. He
Yeah.
wasn't good, but, give him at least one more year before you start to look elsewhere.
yeah, I agree with that.
But the biggest...
yeah,
Oh,
it's
go
hard.
ahead.
No, it's just hard to give up on a player like that.
Yeah.
Like, give him one season and be like, all right.
Especially when you took him 10th pick, I think it was.
Yeah, 10th pick. But it's kind of disrespectful for Rosen to be like, hey, there was 3 mistakes ahead of me.
And
Or
kind of
was it? Yeah, it was 3, and then he's like,
all 3 ahead of him were way better.
yeah, or even one of them behind him was better. with Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
But
Josh Allen played pretty well in Buffalo.
Yeah, but he was hurt a little bit. Sam Darnold's okay, but he's on the Jets. You can't.
And then Baker Mayfield obviously on the Browns.
Almost got him to the playoffs.
But the biggest news with Kyler Murray though is that he's officially entered the draft.
He's officially
done with baseball.
And the hard part is that with him signing the contract, he gets $5 million from the A's.
Right.
And he has to pay it all back.
Yeah.
To the A's.
He'll get that from his NFL contract.
Yeah, and I think the latest is like the 27th pick is like a $5 million deal, but it's like a high signing bonus.
I honestly think he'll probably go top 10. Kyler Murray.
If not, he'll go top 14, 15.
Yeah,
I could see him going to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And because the Dolphins haven't had a good quarterback play in a while
the Giants, I think, will definitely take a quarterback.
But I think they'll take
which one.
I think they'll take Haskins.
Yeah. Well, and that depends on if any of those teams above them take a quarterback.
Which even the teams that are ahead of them, Chance, can you get the draft order?
Jacksonville's another team that's probably looking for a quarterback.
Yeah, Jacksonville is.
Maybe
and I think Jackson's after.
Are they?
Older. They want a veteran quarterback. They said they didn't want to.
Really?
They didn't want to draft one. That's what they're looking into Nick Foles.
That's Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Okay. But in Tampa Bay, maybe they're done with Jameis Winston and want to bring someone else in.
Yeah.
You could see them getting a quarterback.
Yeah, the NFL. It's rough. You got to find that guy that can come in and step up, step up.
And I just thought of this actually, and it actually makes a lot of sense. You remember last year how there were rumors about the Patriots were thinking about trading up and getting Baker Mayfield?
Yep.
What if they tried to do that with Kyler Murray? Trade up in the draft, try to get a quarterback to replace Brady.
I don't see.
Or maybe not Kyler Murray, but maybe Dwayne Haskins or.
But even then, I don't see any of those guys
because it's another year.
I don't think they'll select a quarterback in the first round ever.
You think so?
I don't think they ever will. Maybe second, maybe third, but never in the first.
Okay.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
Until they're like, oh hey, we really need a quarterback.
Yeah.
But as long as Brady got the next couple years, I don't think they're gonna worry about a quarterback in the first round.
Right. Maybe they're worried Brady doesn't have the next couple years.
What are you talking about? They got Brian Hoyer. What's wrong with Brian Hoyer, man? Come on. You gotta believe in him.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely don't see him trading up. Like, yes, if they do trade up for Baker Mayfield, that's huge.
Yeah.
But look at what they did with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
They had a chance with him. But
there was some backstory there, like Brady didn't want him there.
Yeah.
The owner didn't
he was
want
scared.
him there.
And I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. But there's any number, like Saints, Steelers, Patriots, any number of those teams that have those older quarterbacks might be looking for someone new to bring in and learn for a couple of years.
Oh, yeah, because look at Rodgers. He sat behind Favre for, 4 years? 3 years? It was about 3. So, yeah, it's a good situation to be in. And then even Brady sat behind Bledsoe for a little bit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that long, but he got in and played.
Yeah.
But that's just, I don't know. I feel like that system that they run over there in New England, I feel like it helps quarterbacks a lot. I feel like it's super simple.
Murray's a very different quarterback than Tom Brady. He's scrambling out pocket pass, but I feel like Belichick's good enough coach to change things around him.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like Kyler Murray had some stud receivers over there back at Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
Like with Lamb and Brown.
That's a gun and the ball a lot off.
Oh yeah, and Oklahoma, they're looking good this year too for top 4. Yeah, with getting Jalen Hurts.
But yeah, that was kind of a knock on Baker Mayfield last year. Was like, oh, that offense made him look so good, but we saw he's legit.
Actually good. Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like with everyone hating on Kyler Murray, I feel like he actually has a really good chance of stepping up.
I think he's gonna be a good quarterback.
Oh man,
I think he's gonna
just the way he runs.
Yeah.
I want to see him. I want to see him at the combine run at least a 4.3, 4.4.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah, the biggest worry with him is just his height because he's only 5'8" or whatever.
Yeah, 5'9" is around there. He's gonna measure in at the combine around 5'10", 5'9".
Yeah.
And that's gonna be his official height. But even then, you look at Russell Wilson and the guys like that.
You can be successful as a short quarterback now. So.
Yeah. Like Kellen Moore, obviously he wasn't successful because he was slow, but he was short. And like Russell Wilson, he knows how to get out of the pocket.
Yeah.
And he can sling it. Kyler Murray, he can definitely get out of the pocket.
Yeah.
And he has a pretty good arm too.
Yeah.
But short quarterbacks, I feel like are very underrated. And like Drew Brees, he has that pocket presence where he can get out in time, and he knows he knows his time. And it's just that little clock in the quarterback's head that's the big part of the NFL.
I
You have
believe-
to have that
I
clock.
believe more in the guy, his intangibles and his work ethic as a winner, and him being a winner over 2 inches.
Yeah.
I don't think 2 inches is going to stop him from being successful.
Oh man, I still
If
remember.
he's not a successful quarterback, it's not going to be because he's too short.
Yeah, I still remember game for Kyler Murray in Oklahoma. It was their first loss, and it was his first lost game as a starting quarterback since his freshman year.
Yeah.
Playing, I think it was his freshman year, because he didn't lose a single game of varsity in high school,
Yep.
which was like, oh god,
He's a winner.
Yeah, he's definitely a winner, and he, you know what, yeah, and he cried, and everyone's like, oh wait, why is this guy crying? You know, like, he's sore loser. No, it's just
Hadn't lost a game in 4
it's
years.
no, it's not even that. It's just that want to win
Yeah.
mentality. Because when you lose, you're just like, hey, it sucks, but move on. But some people just have that winning mentality, and they try so hard, and you know, if they fail, they fail, but they get it back next week.
That's right.
And I feel like Kyler Murray has that mentality. If he can be a good starter in the NFL, and he even said that he wants to be a franchise quarterback. It just depends on where he goes. Now, if he goes to the Dolphins, they're gonna need some pieces around him.
Yeah.
Because they already traded away all of his big parts, and I don't know.
They're starting over down there. New coach,
yeah,
new
and
everything.
they're gonna be like that for the next couple of years.
Yep.
And then other teams that he can go to, like the Jags, even if the Jags do draft him, I don't know. I would really like him with the Jags, but they need receivers.
Yeah.
They need something to help that offense. Yeah, Leonard Fournette, he's healthy back again next year, but they need to do something.
He kind of went off the rails this year a little bit.
Oh yeah, they need to do something, man. Just it looked embarrassing. It was hard to see them doing so good to being
Terrible.
yeah. It's hard to see that. And then the Giants getting Haskin, I think that would be a really good pick for them.
Yeah.
And he wants to go to New York. He wants to be that guy over there. And he could stay a year or two behind Eli, maybe half the season.
Yeah.
You never know. But
I feel
him,
like New York's probably tired of Eli.
Saquon, Odell, man.
Yeah. They got Evan
That's
Ingram at tight end.
the Evan Ingram at tight. Yeah, that's.
Sterling Shepard's good too.
Tell me one thing that Giants team needs after that.
Offensive lineman.
I was gonna. Damn it! All right. Well, yeah.
Beat you to it.
Yeah, that's the biggest need, and their defense is pretty good, you know. But
they have good players.
I feel like for O linemen, I feel like the best place to get those is off season, like during free agency.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get.
The Colts rebuilt their O-line in 1 year.
Man.
Went from like worst to best. So that's one of the easier.
But they
things
also got a really good guard.
Yeah.
And that's Quentin Nelson.
Yeah, Quentin Nelson.
He's a stud, man. Should have been. He was in the running for offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
But it's hard behind.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, it's hard behind those other guys. But yeah, definitely a defensive draft this year.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of players are going to be doing that, and So
who knows? We've seen a lot of surprising running backs, especially that come out 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks that come out and play well. So.
And even going back to last year, like running backs that were taken, like you saw 2 or 3 in the first, or was it? There was 2 in late, and 3 total in the first round, because it was Saquon, Rashad Penny, and then Sony Michel.
Yep.
And it's really hard to see that just because there was great running backs later on. Like there was a Chubb in the second.
Yep.
And you went and took Rashad Penny in the first
round.
Oh man, I don't know. It's definitely hard to see that. And then I feel like there's a lot of talent later on in the draft now.
Yeah.
And I feel like teams are using that to their advantage.
Especially at those skills positions.
Mm-hmm.
Because the skill positions, they don't need to be great players. They just need to have one really good skill. Like if you're really fast as a wide receiver,
you run.
Yeah.
You just run. Look at Tyreek Hill.
You're gonna have a place on the team somewhere.
And you're 6'4" and you can jump high. You
don't have to be great. You don't have to have great hands if you're a really fast receiver.
If you have great route running, you're easily
you'll get an opportunity.
Top 2-round pick.
Yeah.
Like route running's so big in the NFL nowadays, it's not even funny. Look at Julian Edelman.
Yeah, we saw in the Super Bowl.
Exactly, Julian Edelman. He has that great route running, and that's what set him apart from the rest. And I feel like that's what teams are looking for with the young guys. Like, hey, can this guy even run a route?
Yeah.
Like, does this guy know how to run routes? And if he can, hey, like that Hunter Renfrow from Clemson.
Right.
He's gonna be a Patriot.
Yeah.
White dude.
Probably.
White dude running routes really good.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's a Patriot. But no, that's we can always talk more about the draft later on.
Yeah.
But so I think that this is coming to a
Wrap
close. Yeah, we wrap it up a little bit. So I'll let you close us out.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is episode 3. Yeah, and we'll promise we'll get back to it.
Yeah,
it's episode 3. We promise we'll get back to a more normal
long.
schedule, posting hopefully once a week, somewhere in the middle, like Wednesday,
Thursday.
Somewhere in there. So yeah, tune in next time, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right, see ya. How long was that?